It's so gross outside. There's like snow on the ground. I hate snow.
Hey guys, it's Kera. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is obviously going to be about what the title says. It is a hair salon horror story. I have never experienced something like this in my entire life. Well, let's just start from the beginning. So I had my hair bleached a year ago by this lady that I've always gotten my hair done by, and she bleached it. It looked so good. I loved it. I'll insert a picture over here of what it looked like when she did do it. I loved it. I loved having my hair so light. It was so perfect for summer, and I just loved it. But as time went on, obviously it grew out, and I didn't have the money to keep up with it, or I just didn't have the time to keep going back to the salon to get my hair done. So it did grow out, and my hair is darker obviously than bleach blonde, and my roots grew out and it looked really stupid, and I'll insert a picture over here of that. It started to look really bad and I just hated it. I hated doing my hair because it looked so bad to me. It just looked so terrible. So I went into the salon that I usually go to, and I asked if I could have the lady that I always get my hair done by, her name was Leah, to do my hair and fix it and make it all one color again. I was so sick of the two different colors. And they said that she had actually stopped working there a week before that, and she had moved to Virginia. So that was a real bummer. I was so upset because if I had just gone a week earlier, she would have been able to do my hair, but life goes on. So I talked to them about getting my hair dyed the one color, and she said that it would be a double process. So that means they would have to fill the ends, which was still bleach blonde, and then they would have to dye the rest of my hair all one color so that it would match. And I said, you know, okay, well, how much would that cost? They told me the price. I was fine with it. I knew it was going to cost a lot. So, I mean, one doesn't dyeing your hair cost a lot at the salon. So I talked to them about it. I made myself an appointment with the lady that did my hair, and it was for like a couple days from then. A couple days went by. So I get there the day of my appointment, and I wait for the lady to call me back, and she calls me back. I sit in the chair, and she goes, "So what am I doing?" And I'm like, well, I talked to the lady before I made my appointment and said that I had wanted my hair all one color, and she had said that, you know, you could do that. And she goes, okay. And she walks to the back without saying anything. She just said okay. She walks to the back of the store. She comes back out with this book of hair color, and she starts putting the pages up to my hair, like the roots of my hair that was my natural hair color. And she goes, well, I think this one might be the closest. And I'm like, she's like asking me, she's like, which one do you think is the closest? Like, which one do you think matches your hair? I'm like, you're the hairdresser. Not to be mean or anything, but I know she just wanted my opinion. So I did give it to her. I said, well, that one looks good. Like, what do you think? And she said she thought that one looked, you know, quite similar too. So she goes, she's like, okay, I'm going to go get the hair dye. And she comes back with the hair dye, and she just starts putting it all over my head. And I'm kind of thinking in my head, like, they said this would be a double process, so why is she just slapping color all over my hair? But I thought to myself, I'm like, well, she's the hairdresser. She knows what she's doing, so I'm not going to question it. So after she gets all of my, well, the dye on my hair, meanwhile, while she's doing this, she's like tugging my hair. I have really thick curly hair, and you have to work from the bottom. If you have curly hair, you know what I'm talking about. You have to work from the bottom, work your way up when you're brushing it. This lady was just ripping through my hair, like just completely ripping through it. And I honestly, when I left, my scalp hurt, but that's at the end of the story. So while she's brushing my hair, like ripping through it to put the hair dye in it, there's this woman getting her hair done next to me, and the hairdresser that was doing that woman's hair was watching the hairdresser doing my hair, and I was looking at them like I could see them in the mirror. I don't know if they knew I could see them, but I could. I mean, I'm looking right at you. And the lady that was doing my hair looks over at the other lady and goes, like, oh my god, look at her hair, like, and she's like pulling my hair out of the brush, and I'm like trying to make conversation. So I say, oh yeah, I shed a lot of hair. She goes, well, that's because your hair is so damaged. And I'm like, okay. So after that, she kept saying that she's not sure how close this will get it. Like, please someone comment how many times I say like in this video. She said my hair won't ever be one color, and my hair's not soaking up the dye after she had put, this is after she had put all the color on my hair. And she said it wasn't soaking up the dye, and my hair just wasn't clinging to it for some reason. She kept saying that my hair was damaged, too damaged to soak up color, and all this kind of crazy stuff, like saying that just it was my hair's fault that this wasn't working. And so she put me underneath the dryer, and I sat there for probably about 15 minutes. And then she comes back and we go to wash my hair out. So while she's washing my hair out, I'm kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, well, I hope this looks good because I'm going to be kind of upset if it doesn't. And she takes me back and she brushes out my hair. It looked, I mean, no. It was still two different colors. It was almost my natural color, and then it was like gray. It was ash blonde from about here down. There was still a complete line all the way around my head where you could see that my hair was bleached. And I looked at her and I'm like, this is not what I asked for. I wanted my hair to be all one color. And she got so mad. You could see it on her face. She was so mad. She was like, well, your hair's too damaged, it's never going to be the same color, and it's always going to be two different colors, it doesn't soak up the product. And I'm like, I don't even know what to say. It's not my hair's fault. Like, why are you blaming it on my hair? This isn't my fault. And I mean, you would think as a hairdresser she would just fix it. I mean, so she looked at the lady again that was next to us, and the lady next to us starts, talking to her about, oh, well, the color that you just put on her hair can act as the filler, and you can just put another color over it, and then it'll look better. Or it'll, I don't know the terms for this, but she told her to basically put another color over it, and that one that she just did would act as the filler. So she just walks away. She didn't say anything to me. She just walked to the back of the store. So I'm sitting there like, is she getting more color or am I gonna leave? What's going on? She comes back and she puts that whole other dye in her hair. Meanwhile, again, she's just ripping through my hair. My mom, when I was younger, used to just rip through my hair when she would brush my hair, but this was on a whole nother level. You're a hairdresser. Why are you doing that to me? And so she finishes putting all the color in my hair. I asked her when she got back, is it just a darker color or what is it? And she said, no, it's the same color with more yellow undertones. That's exactly how she said it to me, and I'm like, okay, well, I hope it fixes it. And so she brings and puts me back under the dryer. She didn't say anything. She just starts walking to the back. And then she looked at me when she stopped in the middle of the thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to follow her. So I got up and I went and sat underneath the dryer. She put the thing down, whatever. I sat there for probably about 20 minutes. She comes back, she looks at it, puts it down, puts the thing back on my head, walks away, comes back, looks at it again, and she puts the thing back on my head, and then she starts to walk away, and she looks at me and she goes, let's go. I'm like, okay. Okay. So I follow her to get my hair washed out, the hair dye washed out. So after she's done washing my hair, we walk back to the chair, I sit down and I look in the mirror and I go, wow, that looks a lot better than the first time, because it looked all one color to me at the time. And she goes, well, it's as close as it's gonna get. It's never gonna be one color. And I'm like, okay, well, I said it looked better, so okay. At this, I mean, early on in this interaction with the lady, I just wanted to get up and leave. I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like to argue. I'm not that kind of person. So at this time, I just wanted to get out of there. I just wanted to pay. I just wanted to leave. And I'm like, whatever, my hair's fine. Like, it'll look fine. So I get home and I look in the mirror. My hair was red. When I say red, I mean like bright red. I will insert a picture here because I did take one. And it looks so terrible. I was so mad. I got so sad. I almost wanted to cry. I was like, I don't want to go back to that lady. I don't want to say anything. And I told my mom. She actually knows the owner of the salon. So she contacted her and said that I had like this horrible experience. The lady was so mean to me and my hair was messed up. And the owner of the salon was very nice. I scheduled an appointment with her. I went back in to see her. And unfortunately, when I went back in, the lady that ruined my hair was working, which really sucked. But I did go back in, and she was so nice, so accommodating. She did different patches to make sure that the color that we were going to dye my hair would work. And we went with a darker color. And she then decided that she wanted to put highlights in. She asked me if I thought it would look good. I'm like, yeah, lighten my hair because it was a little bit darker than I had wanted. So she put highlights in, and then she was just super nice. It was just so much more of a pleasant experience than with the other lady. She did all of this for free too, which was so nice of her, and I can't thank her enough. And she went above and beyond what I even expected. She dyed my hair and then she put highlights in it, and she did that free of charge. I couldn't have asked for more. But in the end, I ended up getting something great out of the bad. So I will insert a picture better of my hair right here so you can see what it looked like when I got back from her doing it or fixing it. And I love it so much. I'm so grateful that she fixed it for me. So funny part of this whole story is that when I went to work with my hair looking completely red, one of my coworkers had actually gotten her hair done by the same lady, and that lady messed her hair up too. So she ended up having to go and get her hair fixed after she got it done by that lady too. So I don't know, maybe that lady shouldn't have a job, but anyways, I ended up getting the hair that I love, and I'm so happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want more Storytime videos, just leave requests down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!